What's going on, everybody? I'm here in Coconino and I'm doing an expedition called Urgent Repair. Now what I'm gonna have to do is go out here and take photos of observation towers, and there's 3 of them, but I did not realize that they were so spread out at the time. This was kind of a time-consuming little expedition, but that's cool. That's very cool. So here's the operator that I have to hire. It's a requirement. But also, I'm going to go ahead and pick up this hydrologist. He's going to allow me to go through water, just in case there's water. That'd be damage-free, I do believe. So truck-wise, we're going to go with the Cotco Canyon today. And I'm just going to throw in a jack screw and an anchor, as always. But I'm just taking one of each this time. And I think I'm ready to deploy. Northwest Outpost is where I'm going to be starting. So I'm setting out here, and this actually took me an hour to do, but I got it trimmed down to 37 minutes. So there's the first checkpoint over here, the first tower that I have to inspect. Back over here behind me to the left. And this one is really easy and quick to get to compared to the other 2. I guess it's time for me to try to set out and find some new vehicles. I've been using this one a lot so far, but it just seems to be the most capable one for the missions that I've been doing. I've just been doing these like expeditions where I don't really have to carry cargo or anything, so this has been my go-to for now. I did find that Con loaf recently, but I've only got the 2nd engine for it, and I'm really waiting to get the 3rd engine for it before I set out, because it takes it from like a B, I don't know, a B or something like that to an A-. Really jacks it up a lot, and I actually would have drove it for this one. I would have tried it out anyway with that lesser engine, but I wanted to carry some spare parts and gas, and I only had one little space to carry something on the loaf. So yeah, I'm in the Cotco Canyon, and I wanted those spare parts because along this journey there's a bridge or 2 that I'm going to build. So here's that first tower, and I'm going to have to take a photo of it, and that's about it. I'll be moving on to the 2nd one. This one's just got a tree holding it up. And I just have to get in the right position to take a photo of it. It says start scanning, but you really got a camera. You're trying to take a photo, you're not scanning. But you got to get the right distance there with R2 and L2. And then I knew it was blurry, and I was trying to figure out how to focus it. I see it on the screen right there at the bottom, but I did not at the time. So I snapped a shot. It says no good. And that's when I see the focus bar at the bottom. There we go. So this is the place they want me to go to next. I was pretty surprised. I thought I was just going to have to go over there to start with. But yeah, that's not even the end of it. So I'm going to have to set me a route here. But I've got this sped up a little bit. You can still see where I'm setting it. Just carefully kind of choosing my path. So it took a couple of minutes. But speeding this route setting process up really cuts down on the time. Yeah, it looks really complicated. Right there, if I stay up high, there's a bridge I can build, and it seems like the best path. Alright, so here I am on the way. Here's another one I'll be doing later. click don't follow because I'm already doing something, but that one does not show up on the list of missions for me to do. Don't know if I should click follow and then unfollow or what. Yeah, I'm trying to be pretty careful everywhere I go on this route because I've only got the one jack screw with me. And I didn't really know my journey was going to be so long. There's another one. I also have only the one anchor with me, so got to be careful about putting myself in a position where I'm going to need an anchor. Seeing as how this is kind of a long way to go. Yeah, I'm trying to get a lot quicker with, well, I'm learning to get quicker with the tire inflation little pop-up screen there because they are really picky with it. With what kind of terrain you're riding on. I mean, if you've got them deflated and you're not on any kind of rock surface, it's just about 1 second and they're gonna dock you points on your wheels. This looks like a familiar water crossing from another map, but it just looks like, you know, the rocks are a little bit bigger, and I don't want to get stuck rocking on one of them. So choose my path wisely. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all compared to, well, compared to everything coming up, really. A lot more climbing involved. I don't even think I saw that square to my left over there when I was playing earlier, actually. I'm seeing it now and it just looks like I kind of ignored it altogether. I've got a pretty good path laid out in front of me. It's just a little steep. It's like twice as easy when you got the tire pressure lowered. I'm kind of having a little trouble getting up on this rock and turning left. Keeps wanting to slip me off to the right. So I need to try to back up and find a different spot. This is the spot to go, I think. I'm gonna have to back up and Man, on these little cliffs, you gotta be careful not to back up too far. I almost did. Barely saved that. Now if I can just get back up to where I was. Switching between low and regular gear. Low and auto. Came at it with a little more force that time. Finally got up. I still think I chose a good route. Climbed over that one pretty good. Yeah, see, I forgot about my tires again just for 1 second. Riding on this soft dirt, they consider. I think it took 4 points from each tire that time. So, 75 spare parts right here. And they're going to make a bridge for me. A bridge that, well, for a vehicle with this size tires anyway, is not really positioned all that well. Got a couple of little curved rocks right in front of it that stick up, and I'm trying to get around this rock just to position myself to get on the bridge, and it just will not let me turn right. Keep having to back up and try to turn right. It's weird, it's like the tires will grip the rock to climb over it straight, but if you're angled at all, they slip right off like they got butter on them. Man, that second tower is far as hell, considering all the expeditions I've done so far. That's pretty far. And it looks really far, like you can't get there in 5 or 10 minutes, but you can. Yeah, I was looking over there where I'm supposed to go just then, and I was like, holy shit, that's far. Am I going the right way? And then I remembered, yeah, I actually did want to come this way. This is where I'm up on top of a little plateau, and I thought I was going to have another bridge to build right here. But then I noticed, okay, well, it doesn't need a bridge. It looks like something needed to be cleared out of the way. And this place kind of looked familiar. Yeah, I cleared a place out like this before. I just wasn't too sure what they were asking, so I spent some more spare parts, and it took away these yellow squares for me, but it didn't do anything. And that's when I realized 100% this is where I came through on the last mission that I did, and already cleared this out. Yeah, so if you play this, be careful of that. Spending spare parts twice when you don't need to. Let's see, just for example, you see where I'm going up ahead? That yellow target, and there's a tower up on that cliff. From here to there, it's going to take 3 minutes to get there. If that tells you anything about the scale of the map or anything. Yeah. I don't know, to me it just seems like if you're looking up there like in real life, I don't think you're gonna get there in 3 minutes. It's probably gonna take more like 8 or 10 to climb up there at least. That's just me guessing. So here's some little abandoned town I'm gonna ride through real quick. Don't really know the significance of it. Maybe there's a mission to repair this place or something. I don't know. Who knows? Alright, I guess my little free ride is over. I'm gonna have to do some more climbing now. Deflate my tires accordingly. Yeah, when you got them, when you have them inflated halfway, you just got to make sure you're hitting some kind of rock surface every few seconds. I do believe that's the case. It's just kind of getting steeper and steeper right here. Yeah, they wanted me to reinflate my tires right here, but I was like, fuck that, dude. I need that grip to get over that tree and everything that was in my way. New climb discovery, $100 every time. I don't know, man, if it's real steep or long or something like that, maybe you should get 500. I mean, let's be fair. What's $100 gonna do in this game? Nothing, man, because trucks are gonna cost like hundreds of thousands, right? Well, they do in SnowRunner at least. Alright, so here we are at the second tower. Gonna inspect this thing and then take a photo of it. This is the inspection. It consists of the moving bar at the bottom of the screen. If you want to call it a mini game or something. Not really. I wouldn't. So that's where I have to go right up here to take a picture. Now where's that tower? As soon as I find it. Yep. Now this one came into focus, but the focus bar didn't turn green for me. Then I got out of focus, so I went back to where it was. It looked clear to me, so I took the shot. No good. One more try though. One more tower and I'm gonna get the hang of this shit. Yeah. One more. There we go. So yeah, as soon as you take a photo of it, it's like they go ahead and come out and repair it. Alright, so this is where I'm gonna have to go next. I gotta climb back down off of here. Come up this little roadway, actually. You don't see a roadway in this game too often. I don't think. I've only been to a few maps. What do I know? Nothing. Yeah, just I might scoot across this water, might not. I don't know yet. So that's where I gotta go and explore the area. Just checking on stuff, but nothing really needs attention. That's alright. Alright, so just a little backtracking, going back down this hill where I came from. So it already says 29% of the area explored. I'm thinking I can just kind of get into that zone and throw up the drone or my binoculars and be done with it pretty quick. So you might can see that little town up here to the left on the horizon. Structures. Yeah, that's where I'm heading. Yeah, that's just cut out because I stopped to try to get a photo in photo mode. Messing around with that for a couple of minutes. I guess if I had paid closer attention on the map, I would not have led myself through this group of trees here. But it's not too bad. Making my way through okay. Now from this point right there, from that view, it looks like my destination is just around this rock, but it is not. Nope, it's a little farther than it looks from here. This looks like a very tippable area. Always careful turning up through here. This is the spot that I believe that I wasted the spare parts on a minute ago. Yeah, I'll try not to let that happen again. There you go. From this view, you get a lot more of an accurate reading of where the actual destination is. Up on the next plateau, I'll call it. Yeah, I must say, I've lined up a pretty good path for myself here. I'm not even really having to winch too much. So there's an airdrop on this, that was close. There's an airdrop on this little plateau, and the next one up there I think is where I'm trying to get to ultimately. So this has some supplies, and I'm gonna take it because I've got room for it. Why not? Probably get extra money for it or something. So now the area is explored up to 55%. I think this goes up to 60 or 61 before I continue. Yeah, after this, the rest of it does not really reveal itself so easily. I'm guessing there's probably going to be a couple of maps coming up that I've not been to yet that have a lot more water. I've hardly ever used the, what's it called there at the bottom? The echo sounder to check for the depth of water. Yeah, I'm not really too worried about it. You didn't have that ability in SnowRunner. You always just kind of went for it. And if it's too deep, you try to back up. But I've really not encountered too much water yet on these maps. So I got this slow ass drone out right now. Got it up to 70% explored. Not sure which direction they want me to look. I might have to refer back to my map. So I struggled trying to get up this little part right here for a couple of minutes, and then I moved down the way to the left a little and found another part to get up right here. Well, I thought I did anyway, but I guess I was struggling here too. Decided to go ahead and use my one and only anchor. And I know this whole area right here looks complicated, and I was really hoping I wouldn't need another anchor because that's the only one I brought and it's not recoverable. I'm not even really trying to go up there to the top if I don't have to yet. I'm just trying to scoot around here and explore more of the area. It's at 75% right now. And that gave me another whopping 2%. So it gave me something though, so I figured I'd throw up the drone. I can see a little more with the drone than I can the binoculars. But I think I've noticed when it comes to these exploring the area deals, the drone doesn't really reveal as good as the binoculars. Yeah, bad signal, don't care, just trying to get a view of something. Alright, so I'm at 82% now, and I think I better go ahead and get down from this spot. I don't have an anchor to help myself down from here, so I'm just going to go for it. Flipped, but I knew there were trees nearby. So I'm just going to try to drag myself to get flipped over. Spoiler alert, it doesn't happen. And I'm going to have to pull out my one and only jack screw. And then I'll be fresh out of equipment. There, I thought I had it for a second. No. Just going to go ahead and give in. Use that jack screw. But yeah, so I don't have enough anchors to climb all the way up these rocks. So my plan was to just kind of get down here at the bottom and go around it some more and hope my binoculars would help me out. I just want to kind of go into the shaded area around the other side. Keep having to mess with that tire inflation, man. Sometimes I want to just hit left automatically instead of down first, because it's left that I'm gonna want to, hit to deflate them anyway. So I'll hit left first sometimes, and it'll bring up that wheel instead. All right, so right here I'm gonna have a look around with my binoculars again, and it's gonna reveal it for me instantly. There we go. Inspect the third tower. That's what I've been looking for. So on the map, that's where the third tower is going to be. But if you noticed on that little quick look of the map I gave you, it's not on this next plateau like it looks. It's across a valley and up on the next one. Yeah. Those little those yellow targets can be deceiving. There's the tower, if you can see the top of the screen. Yeah, he's way over there. I think this is where I decide, yeah, I didn't really want to come up here. I need to kind of go down and around this place, not up and through it. And I need somewhere pretty smooth to go down to, because there's no, well, I don't have an anchor or a jack screw. So I don't really see a great place to try to just get down right here. But right over here to my right, I don't know, it kind of looks like I can go across close to the wall. And then I instantly realize I don't think that's going to work. I'll probably tip over. So I'm just kind of giving in right here. And it pulled me down in this little crevice a little, and I'm just trying to cross through it. I'm trying to go straight across, but what ends up happening is I just kind of wiggle myself down into the crevice and end up using it kind of as a little roadway. It's purely accidental. I was trying, right here I thought I had it, and then I thought I was going to flip. Well, not flip, but fall over. But this was kind of the accident right here. Accidentally slipping down in here, and yeah, turned out to be the good way to go. And I can already see the rest of the path. It's not that rough, but it's steep. Looks like it gets to the point where it's pretty damn steep too. That was a perfect little backup and retry. I can't believe it actually went over that time. There we go. Start scanning, inspecting the third tower, the final tower. I like this map though. It's pretty relentless for a small scout, but I like it. Yep, the government will quickly respond, and they're going to repair this tower as soon as I take a photo. Should be able to take a photo from here, but got to get right up next to it for some reason. I thought I might could winch to the tower to help myself get up. I think I tried, but yet it doesn't hook to it. Maybe I'm not close enough. It keeps hooking to the one behind me, or the little tree behind me. Alright, so since it's not going to let me use the winch, I'm going to go over here to a smoother spot. That's exactly where I wanted to go. Sometimes it just doesn't let you turn exactly where you want to. Slight worry. Nothing to really to winch to there. So, okay, finally got up. So start scanning, and I'm taking the photo of the third tower. I'm a pro now. Here we go. Focus. There it is. And that's the urgent repair expedition in the bag. 18,600, but actually 19,455. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.